Welcome to Sports with Charity Chambers.
Howdy, welcome to Sports with Charity. I'm Charity Chambers, and today I'm going to be talking about March Madness and the Sweet 16 and who I have picked. But before I get into that, I just want to say my brackets are completely screwed up. And I also have a confession to make. I made 10 brackets. You would think out of those 10, I would at least have one good one. Not even two, maybe just one. But I don't know what happened. There's always next year, I guess. But I was really hurt and disappointed by that. Alright, I want to start off by talking about the Kentucky versus the West Virginia game. Now, I have Kentucky taking that one for obvious reasons. But I do want to say, I've always said for the longest time, that you never want to go into March Madness perfect. You always kind of want to have a loss under your belt. And I watched Kentucky play Cincy. It was my first time seeing either of the teams play, and honestly, Kentucky looked like they're on a whole nother level. But keep in mind, I don't know how good Cincy is or how they compare to the other teams Kentucky will be playing later, but they look like they're on a whole different level. So I do have Kentucky taking that one. And I don't know if they're going to be able to go all the way to the end, but I do think that they will make it to the Elite Eight. Now I want to talk about the Notre game versus Wichita State game. Honestly, this one is a toss-up for me. I feel like either team could win, but I'm going to go with Wichita State for the sole reason that I want to see them face Kentucky again. Last year, Kentucky and Wichita State faced off in March Madness, and at that time, Wichita State was undefeated, and Kentucky ended up ruining their perfect season for them. So it would be really nice to see that matchup again, since now Kentucky is the undefeated one. So it'd be kind of nice to see if Wichita State can maybe ruin their perfect season, get revenge on them for them doing that to them last year. All right, next up we have NC State versus Louisville. I hate to say this again, but I really do feel like this game is going to be a toss-up. I feel like it really could go either way. I think I'm going to go with NC State for this one. I feel like I'm going to regret that later. I don't know, but I do think I'm going to stick with, I think NC State might take it. And I really should pick Louisville since I had them on most of my brackets winning this game. Never mind. I'm going to go with Louisville. Yeah, I'm going to go with Louisville. All right, next we have Oklahoma versus Michigan State. And I want to start off by saying that before the tournament even began, I had a really good feeling about Michigan State. Now, keep in mind, I never saw them play a basketball game this season, but I did have a good feeling about them. I don't know why. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Michigan State over Oklahoma. And also because I am furious with the Big 12. They messed up everybody's bracket, and honestly, it was really upsetting because you have Baylor losing to a Notre team. You have Iowa State losing, and it's like, I feel like there should be a penalty for losing to these no-name teams when you're a team that everybody knows. Like, you should not be able to play in March Madness next year if you lose to that team. And if you can't tell, I'm really salty about that because they really messed up my brackets. All right, next game, we have Wisconsin versus UNC. I'm going to go with Wisconsin. They beat Oregon. I thought Oregon was a pretty decent team, so I'm just going to go with Wisconsin at this one. Next, we have Arizona versus Xavier. I'm going to go with Arizona with this one. I just believe that they're the better team. So I'm going to start off with the Duke versus the Utah game. I have Duke taking this one. You have Gonzaga versus UCLA. So I do believe that Duke is going to take it, and I do believe that Gonzaga is going to take it over UCLA because if we're going based on odds, whoever goes by that, then Duke and Gonzaga, they actually have the best chance of winning the whole championship. So I'm going to go with Duke over Utah, and also I'm going to go with Gonzaga over UCLA. All right, guys, there you have it. Those are my picks for the Sweet 16. Once again, those teams are Kentucky, Wichita State, Louisville, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Arizona, Duke, and Gonzaga. I had those teams moving on to the Elite Eight. But I want to hear from you guys. Comment down below who you think will win these games, and even if you want to tell me why you think these teams will win, tell me who your picks are and who you have moving on to the Elite Eight, the Final Four, the championship game if you want. Alright, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Charity Chambers, and you've just been scooped.